Okay, so I got when I was doing my deck list for Hakuma Dada, I got a comment about seeing the deck's like combo lines and everything. So this is the exact deck I played in the tournament. This second one here is a remake with just specific changes for like I think are better, like Savage Dragon for back row removal instead of the burn in this. And then I also added a Downerd for a more material Zeus. I cut Tsuchinoko, Jackalope, and Wielder for 3 Ghost Bells. And then just the sideboard, because I removed 3 Ghost Bells, I just added better board breakers. That's essentially just the changes I did. Um, Another exchange you can play is the rank 4 in the form Eel Swarm Nightmare for the Book of Moons, though I think that's a little bit overdoing it. I feel like the more material Zeus is more valuable. So yeah, let's show the lines. Okay, so Cherubini, both, no matter the combo, you could have gone to Cherubini. You could have gone into normal summon Hare. Hare, add, without the Jackalope, you could still go on full combo. Um, so yeah, here you want to go Cherubini, dump Graph, Graph effect, summon Seer, specifically to don't Cherubini points to something that doesn't get destroyed. You never know, just in case. Uh, Bardish, Seer targeting Cherubini. So yes, this deck does play into Nib, though there is a second line where it goes around Nib, which I'll show later. Um, I'm going to dump Cloak, set Shade, and then you're going to search for Boots here. Special summon Boots. Isolde. Isolde effect, you're gonna add Gearfried for the next turn. Here he is. um, save that for later. Isolde, you're always gonna summon a 1. The only time you're summoning a 3 is if you drew the Reno in your starting hand, and you dump Fire Dance, Arboresque, and Mayo to go into Hare, and then you start continuing from there because you special summon Reno from your hand because Hare is the Fire Warrior, and then you synchro summon immediately. And also Reno will add the Arboresque or whatever equip spell you need back. So yeah, you want to dump Arboresque, and then Arboresque will get, because you send level 1, you get a level 1. Then Reno will add Arboresque from your grave to your hand. Targeting the Reno. Arboresque effect. Hari effect. You're going to add Fire Dance here because you have the Arbalest and the Mayo in rotation. Fire Dance is just there for the backup. You can also search for a second Arbalest if you're keen on if you want a board break for the next turn. So you have Special Summon Reno here. Cupid Pitch. Increased level. You've got Fire Dance here, so you can go for the Reborn on Hare. Then you're going to go for Black Winged Dragon. Doesn't really matter the battle position. Cupid Pitch, burn for 8, and you're going to add a 600 defense monster. So you can add Plasma. So the reason why you're playing Plasma over Dasher is because in some situations, getting the Plasma onto the board can just like, the skill drain effect can sometimes just like win you games. It also puts monsters that equip spells in the back row for Gearfried later on. So if you like want to get your Gearfried negates, or you started with the Gearfried in your starting hand, Plasma can get you more negates. But normally you go for the tour guide. In this situation, I'll go for the tour guide because that's a common line, just because like it's the safest. Um, then you're gonna go for an Appaloosa using these guys. Boom, boom, boom. Then, okay, I got these guys. Great, that's what it is. You can special summon Assault Dragon by banishing both of these. So Assault Dragon has a lot of attack, really good. But you just want to play around Lightning Storm, so you usually put in defense. The Maya Shidori, that'll come up soon. I'm just gonna go Silent Boots. I'm actually going to search for Phantom Knight's Wing here because I already have one Fogblade. Fogblade is not once per turn, but the reason why I'm searching Wings is in case you're against either the Monodome matchup or the Runic matchup to protect your monsters. Then you're going to go for Mayawa Shidori onto the Appaloosa so it won't get destroyed. And that is your end board. After your opponent activates 4 card effects, you can go Assault Wing Dragon, blow up the board. Mayawa Shidori will actually protect Appaloosa from being destroyed. Back row's fine. Also, you want 2 different back rows so you can get 2 reborns the next turn. Rusty Bardish is just stuck on the field. It's just like that. And that's about it. The next turn you have Gearfried and Tour Guide for combos. That'll go into Zeus, probably. You've also got your Utopic Future and your Underworld Goddess for the next turn. And you got your Hand Trap. Nope. I'm trying to move the recording thing, but it won't let me. One second. Okay, so it won't let me just close tab. There we go. So now I'm gonna do another test, and I'll show you the second line. Let me just. Okay. That is still playable. I think that's still the first line though. Um, yeah, because you go Predaplant. Actually, this might be the second line. I'm gonna just test it out. No, it's not. Let's just try one more time. The second line is a little more rare, but it's also really good. Oh, it doesn't get plasma. Whatever. This hand's like busted, but yes, this gets you a second line. So you're gonna go Orphis Scorpio, Effect, Pitch. I just want to show a second combo line. Kagemucha. Darling, I should just show that last hand. It was completely playable. Cobra. Add Fusion Destiny. I might just cut that. Then yeah, you go Cherubini off of these two. Cherubini, you're gonna dump Graph, and then gain attack. Graph effect, summon Fear. The weird thing is that Torrent Skill's in your hand. You still do want to go for the Cloak stuff. So I'm gonna go Cloak, Banish Cloak. I might go Stain Greaves here, right? Yeah, I'll search for Stain Greaves, just because I have the Torn Scales in hand. Levier here. You're doing it till you play around Ogre, just... You never know. Summon a banished monster. Fear effect, summon Graph. Always summon the Burning Abysses to a zone Chirping points to. You're going to chain Greaves here. Normally you search Boots, because Boots are just generally better, but you're searching for Greaves here specifically because you have the Torn Scales in hand. I will not modulate level. And then Seer will summon Graph here. You will, where's the second Levier? Yeah, you're going for these two. It's a really weird hand here, because normally you immediately would go into, here you'd immediately go into an F-Zero. If you believe your opponent has Zeus, you go into F-Zero, and you just lose the Levier activation. That's it. Because I don't have any banished monsters, I can't activate Levier. If you have read your opponent doesn't have Zeus, then you're going to immediately go into Receive Ardish. I'm going to go for the big combo play because I know the bot doesn't have head traps, and also, like, I want to show off the deck. But there's going to be one more body. So I'll go these two into Bardish. Then you're going to go Bardish. I am going to dump Silent Boots, and I am going to set Shade. Stain Greaves, Banishing. I'm not gonna actually Shade yet. Summoning one from your hand. No level change. Doesn't really matter what you detach, and you're just gonna go for Greaves. And then, yeah, you go for F-Zero here. Normally, you'd go for the F-Zero first, because you'd have enough monsters in the grave and the banish zone, but in this situation, I know my opponent, if you read your opponent doesn't have Nib, you just go for the big play. So now that you have two warriors on board, you can go for Isolde, which is what I'm going to be doing. Isolde Tail the Two Knights. Let me just search for Gearfried. You also have the Plasma in hand, so you could always special the Plasma, but with Fusion Destiny, you think like DP is a little bit more valuable. Isolde, 1 Arboresque like last time. Bot up, Reno, Thingy Diggy, add Arboresque. Arboresque equipped to Reno. Arboresque effect, no chain. Summon Hare. Summons, then bounces. Hare effect. You're going to search for Fire Dance or Maya Washidori. Me personally, you always go for Maya Washidori because if you ever get skill drained or anything similar, you have the bounce effect at the end of the damage step. It will also trigger if the Mikanko was destroyed by battle, and you don't take battle damage from their battles. So you can attack into a defense position monster or a big attack position. You don't take the damage. Under skill drain, you will take the damage, and the monster will still be destroyed, but it'll still result. The effect here will still activate to bounce a card. So you can bounce skill drain and start comboing main phase 2. And also the reborn effect that's very useful. This is just like you're playing the third, because I said earlier you want to just get the thing. Yeah, so in this situation, you search for Mayowashi Dori. You don't have the protection on Isolde, sadly here, which is disappointing. I mean, on Appaloosa, but it's fine. Cupid pitch. Increased level. Silent boots. I'm gonna get a fog blade. I forgot to equip my Oshidori, sadly, so I'll have to get my torn scales banished. It's fine still. This thing activate. Oh, I could actually discarded it. Oh, whatever. Um, there's nothing really I dump. I should have activated. Whoops. So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3 into Appaloosa. And then you're gonna go Mayawashi Dori, bring back the Hare. And then from here you can go into Blackwinged. Oh wait, fuck, this play was full of misplays. What the hell? Oh, that was horrible of me. Whatever. I'll add a monster tour guide. Um, yeah, you just go for Assault by banishing from field and grave. There was so many better things they could have done there. So, a mistake I noticed is that I should have Synchro summoned into Blackwinged before Appaloosa, so I could have linked off with the Appaloosa, well, with the Blackwing Dragon. It would not change the outcome too much, um, but I wouldn't have to had got the Hare banished, and I could keep Hare in my Oshidori in grave. Um, and then here, yeah, just Fusion Destiny, DPE, boom, boom, and that's the turn. Was a small misplay, but yeah, that's your end board. The other one I will just show one playthrough. The other end board, it's much stronger as you see. Um, Mainly because DPE exists if you draw the searchers or the fusion card itself. Um, if you get 3 monsters, you go for the Draco Future. If you're able to get 3 monsters before you bring out Cherubini, um, you go for the Draco Future play. If you have Phantom Knights in rotation and you have Cherubini, then you go for the Draco Future play. If you don't have Phantom Knights, if you're not able to get Phantom Knights in rotation while you have Cherubini on board, you just go for the first play. And yeah, that's it. So this is the deck. There's some ratios. If you want to ask about ratios and things, ask around, comment section. I'll make sure to reply. That's about it. Penalty game's funny, but yeah, this is the updated list. Just changed a few things, like I said earlier. Borreload instead of the Blackwinged, and then Downerd. You could also play Nightmare instead of Downerd, if you want to really have a rank 4 to play. Honestly, will rarely come up. This is also an expensive package, these 4 cards, so you could easily cut one of the Leviers for utility rank 3 or even a second Break Sword. Um, I've tr you could definitely cut these 4 for utility. It's up to you. Extract is valuable. Well, that's about it. Thank you for watching. I don't really know. Goodbye.